that time of year. I found a really great bunch of buffalo berry shrubs here. And look how loaded up these are. I mean, they're just loaded with fruit. So I'm just out here gathering some of them before they all fall off the tree. And as you're doing this, you learn different things about reality by observing these plants. And one thing I've learned, so let me show you something here. So all of these berries come off of a branch like this, and usually there's a thorn. Let's see if I can find a thorn here. There's a thorn like this coming right off where the berries are here. So in order to pick this berry, sometimes you'll get poked just going for it there. And I was thinking to myself, why are there thorns right near where, you'd want to pick berries on this thing? Does this tree not want me to eat its fruit? I know that's not true. Trees need you to spread their seed around, so they need you to eat their fruit. And I was just thinking about why that might be. I haven't gotten a good answer in talking to this buffalo berry bush. He hasn't really given me a lot of good answers on why that is. But one thing that kind of hit me, in life, a lot of times we run into prickly situations. We're trying to get fruit, we're trying to get abundance from something, and we run into little barriers along the way. And often, to me, that's an idea, that's a sort of something that I think we need to really take a look at. When we're running into the thorns of life and not getting fruit, usually it means we need to get a little more creative. And the beautiful thing about the buffalo berry bush, there's a traditional method for removing berries from the tree without getting any pokies in your skin. It's something the Native Americans have done for a long time. So in old times, they would spread a buffalo robe around the base of the tree and would take a stick right after the first frost, when the berries get a little bit like they want to fall off the tree. They'd take a big stick and they'd beat on the branches, right, and knock the berries off onto this buffalo robe on the ground. And then you can collect all the berries that way without going through all the tedious work of getting poked with thorns like that, trying to get all these berries off. So creativity, right? Ancient people used a creative method for gathering fruit in a really prickly situation. And I think we can do the same, for people that have chronic pain or chronic disease. It really pushes you, there's a lot of thorns along that journey and along that path, but it really pushes you to think differently, to change the way you work, the way you live, and live in a way that's more harmonious. So anyway, just a few thoughts.